Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, you're in for an incredible story today. And if you've been with us for a while, you already know that we dive deep into the strangest, most fascinating corners of history and collectibles. So get comfortable, because today, we're unraveling the unbelievable journey of a coin that turned heads across the world, a 1-cent coin minted in 2013, which somehow became one of the most valuable coins ever sold, reaching a jaw-dropping figure of $18 million. At first glance, it's just a penny. A small, copper-colored disc most people wouldn't even bother to pick up off the street. But the story behind this coin is layered with mystery, unexpected discoveries, incredible craftsmanship, lost history, and one of the greatest surprises the numismatic world has ever seen. So, how did a simple penny become worth more than a fleet of luxury cars, a private island, or even a small castle in Europe? Let's dive into this unbelievable tale. It all started in the early part of 2013 when the United States Mint was experimenting with a series of new minting techniques. Behind closed doors, there were discussions about introducing a limited series of commemorative coins that would use advanced metallurgy and engraving technology. Only a handful of people even knew about these experimental coins. Most were intended for internal testing and never meant to see the light of day. One such coin, created as part of a secretive project called Aurora, was a penny, but not just any penny. Crafted with a blend of exotic materials, including a microscopic layer of pure gold infused into its copper core, it also featured nanotechnology-based engraving that could only be properly viewed under high magnification. The design was a nod to traditional Lincoln pennies, but upon close inspection, hidden patterns and historical inscriptions from early American history became visible. This was meant to be a marvel of what future coinage could look like, blending history, artistry, and science into one small piece. However, due to budget cuts and bureaucratic red tape, the Aurora project was abruptly cancelled. All prototype coins were ordered to be destroyed to avoid any leaks to the public. Strict protocols were set in place, and security teams supervised the destruction process. Or at least, they thought they had destroyed them all. Fast forward to late 2017. A retired Mint employee named Jonathan Reed passed away, and as his family was sorting through his personal belongings, they stumbled upon a small, dusty safe tucked behind an old bookcase. Inside was an assortment of mundane items, a few old family photographs, a collection of World War II medals, and a single, curious penny sealed inside a heavy, airtight acrylic case. The penny looked somewhat different from an ordinary one. Its color seemed richer, its surface unusually pristine even after years of storage. On a whim, the family took the coin to a local pawn shop, wondering if it might be worth anything more than face value. The shop owner immediately noticed something strange. The coin's weight was fractionally different from a regular penny. Its reflectivity was also off under the shop lights. Intrigued, the owner contacted a friend who specialized in rare coins. That friend took one look at it and recommended it be submitted to the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, for authentication. When the results came back, the numismatic community was rocked to its core. Not only was the coin genuine, but it was also one of the legendary missing Aurora Project coins, long thought to be completely destroyed. It was, to put it simply, one of the rarest coins in existence, a one-of-one, a ghost of a program that was supposed to remain a government secret forever. The discovery ignited a frenzy among collectors, historians, investors, and even conspiracy theorists. Everyone wanted to know how it survived, how it ended up in a private safe, and what it was truly worth. Initially, estimates placed the value at a conservative $1 million, given its unprecedented rarity. But as the media picked up the story, public interest ballooned. The narrative shifted from a simple collectible story to a full-blown legend, a modern-day treasure story unfolding before everyone's eyes. An elite auction house quickly organized a private, invitation-only event to sell the coin. Wealthy collectors from around the world jetted into New York, vying for a chance to own this piece of forbidden history. Among the attendees were tech billionaires, hedge fund managers, royalty from various countries, and even celebrities with secret passions for rare coins. The auction itself was unlike anything anyone had seen before. Hushed whispers filled the ornate hall. Security was tighter than at most national museums. Every bidder was verified and vetted. And when the bidding began, it was immediately clear this was no ordinary auction. Bids shot up in million-dollar increments. $5 million. $7 million. $10 million. At $15 million, people began holding their breath. Finally, after a tense, nail-biting series of final offers, the gavel slammed down at $18 million. Gasps echoed through the hall. The coin had shattered all previous records. The buyer remained anonymous at first, purchasing through a proxy agent to protect their identity. But rumors circulated that it was a young tech mogul, fascinated by both history and cutting-edge technology, who viewed the coin not only as a historical artifact but also as a symbol of the crossroads between America's past and its future. But the story doesn't end there. After the purchase, further scientific analysis was done on the coin. Experts discovered microscopic inscriptions embedded within the design, including references to obscure American documents and even coded messages. It became clear that the Aurora project wasn't just a metallurgy experiment, it was an artistic endeavor to encode parts of American heritage into an object so small it could fit in a pocket. Each coded message pointed to different aspects of America's founding: the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, early presidential writings, and it even included a secret map pattern. Researchers believe that if all Aurora coins had survived, together they would have formed a complete treasure map of sorts, possibly leading to a time capsule buried by Mint employees who worked on the project. The lone surviving coin, therefore, wasn't just valuable for its materials or its backstory, it was valuable because it was a key to a hidden puzzle that no one knew existed. Efforts were made to investigate whether the treasure mentioned in the coin's codes actually existed, but without the full set of Aurora coins, the map was incomplete, and the treasure, if it existed at all, remained undiscovered. Today, the 2013 1-cent Aurora coin is stored in a temperature-controlled, high-security private collection rumored to rival the vaults of major museums. Occasionally, whispers emerge suggesting it will one day be loaned to a major institution for public viewing, but so far, it remains out of public sight, a hidden gem belonging to a private individual who paid $18 million to own a piece of history no one else can touch. And that, my friends, is how a single penny, a coin most of us would pass by without a second thought, became one of the most expensive and mysterious items ever sold. A reminder that sometimes, the smallest things hold the greatest value. Thanks so much for joining us on this incredible journey today. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more tales about lost treasures, unbelievable auctions, and secret histories, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. See you next time.